Today I'm going to talk about the root cause of a lateral pelvic tilt. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's Blake Bowman here with GuerrillaZen Fitness. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the root cause at the most base level of a lateral pelvic tilt. Now, if you don't know what a lateral pelvic tilt is, it basically means, lateral means the side. A lateral pelvic tilt means that your pelvis is tilted to the side. You're commonly going to have one hip that's up higher than the other. That hip is also you're probably also going to have a depressed shoulder on the side with the high hip. So you're probably going to be like maybe jacked up on the left side and leaning like this, or you're going to be up on the right side and your right shoulder is going to be lower. That's what a lateral pelvic tilt is. And now the reason why I wanted to make a video on this is because this is a very common thing, and there are exercises that you can do, corrective exercises, that take care of the muscle imbalances that contribute to this. I've made a lot of videos of this myself in the past. The problem with this, though, is these exercises address the pelvis and the musculature around the pelvis. It doesn't treat the root cause of what caused those imbalances and subsequently the tilt of the pelvis to occur in the first place, and that's what I want to get into today. If you do want to skip this, though, and just see the other videos that I made on exercises for lateral pelvic tilt, then check out the description down below. Okay, so before I get into the meat of what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about some other potential causes, root causes of a lateral pelvic tilt that you may not have considered before. I've covered these in some of my other videos, but you want to make sure that you're either remedying or addressing or stopping these things if you are doing them and you have a lateral pelvic tilt, because these could very well be the root cause for you. The first one is chronic side sleeping, so sleeping on the side. When you sleep on your side, you're actually tilting your pelvis. The side that's closest to the ceiling, that hip is hiked up. If you stay that way for a long period of time, your muscles are going to adapt and you're going to get stuck in that position. Your body's going to stiffen like that. It's called tissue adaptation. So that's one of the most basic causes of this. Make sure you're not doing that. Basically, another way that your body can do tissue adaptation is at work. Okay, so if you're sitting at a desk and you have a mouse, let's say to your right, and you're kind of crunched to the right all day working at your computer with your mouse hand like this, that's another way that you can form the muscle imbalances, allow them to adapt and make you stuck in that position, okay? So that's another way that you can that's another root cause. Make sure you're not doing that. You could have something called a true leg length discrepancy, which means that one leg is literally longer than the other leg, and that is like expecting a table to be level with two legs that are not the same length supporting it underneath. It's just not going to happen. That's kind of rare, though, but make sure you don't have that. I've also included a link to a video that I made on the past where you can measure your legs and make sure that it's not happening to you. Holding things with your hips shifted, okay? A lot of times mothers and waitresses will do this thing where they'll pop their hips out, or I don't know, they'll kind of rest their arm on their hip like this. They're tilting their pelvis sideways. Tissue adaptation is happening just like what's happening when you're sleeping and if you're working like this, and basically that's another root cause. Old injuries are another cause. It's possible that you've kind of retrained, you hurt your back or something like that, and then you kind of learned weird movement patterns that kind of distorted your musculature and now have caused this. That's a little bit more complicated to address, but that's another thing that could be causing this. Now I'm going to assume that none of those things really apply to you. If they do apply to you, and I was going through that list and you're like, that's me, I did put some links in the description down below to videos I made on the past on this. Maybe those will help you out. But in the rest of today's video, I want to talk about another cause that is a pretty big deal, and I'll get into that right now. So this last cause is having a flat foot with a pronated ankle on one side and not the other. Okay, so basically, what does this mean? What is a flat foot? What is a pronated ankle? Your foot, the bottom of your foot, is supposed to have an arch. It's supposed to look like this. Okay, a flat foot literally means that the arch is not there and it's flat. That's pretty simple to understand. What does that do, though? What are the consequences of that? Well, when your foot loses the arch and it flattens out, it allows the foot and ankle to roll inwards like this, okay? That's called ankle pronation, okay? So if you have a flat foot, it almost always causes problems with the ankle. Ankle pronation is something that comes along with a flat foot. If you have this on one side, this is bad because it basically creates a ripple effect all the way up what's called the kinetic chain, which is all the joints in your body from the bottom to the top, that can affect your hips and your neck, okay? And this is basically how it works. If your foot flattens, okay, it flattens out like this and then rolls in. Basically what's happening is the ankle is rolling in, the tibia and the fibula, which are muscles in your shin, they're internally rotating and moving in. Your knee is also moving in, and your femur is also moving in. And what that's causing is the hip on that side, because of all these things that are happening down low, it's causing that hip to drop down lower. This picture here clearly illustrates what I'm talking about. On the left, you can see all of these compensations that I'm talking about. This all originates from a flat foot, okay? So if you have a flat foot on one side and not the other, you might notice that the hip on that side drops down, causing the other hip to go up higher, and on the side with the higher hip, the shoulder is also going to come down on that side. Okay, so if this is what you have going on, then it's time to address it, okay? And basically, there are a lot of exercises that you can do, corrective exercises, that help to improve your arch in your foot, okay? Most of them revolve around massaging the arch, like rolling your foot out on a golf ball or something like that, and strengthening the arch. Now, I've made a couple videos on this, and instead of showing you those exercises today, I want to point you to those videos where I go into each one in depth. They're in the description down below. But essentially, a lot of them, like I said, involve foam rolling the foot or rolling the foot on a ball, and then following that up usually with like a strengthening exercise, where one simple thing that you can do is stand on a towel with the towel length going out in front of you. You're at the end of it, and you just scrunch the towel towards you using your feet. You pull it in like this, and you just keep doing that. You keep activating that arch in your foot, and eventually over time that strengthens the arch. Now, I do want to say that some people respond well to these corrective exercises, some people don't, okay? But the end result needs to be there. We need to restore that arch no matter what, because this is going to cause problems all the way up your body. So if you've done these exercises and they're not helping you after about 1 to 2 months, then what I would recommend you do is go to a foot doctor and get a custom orthotic for your shoe, an arch support as they're commonly called. You can get a generic one too on Amazon that's not custom fitted for you, but you know, this is basically what you have to do. I'm not a big fan of resorting to those things first, because over time they will weaken the arch because they're doing the work for the arch. The arch gets to become even more lazy because it's being supported by an artificial, piece of material. However, it's like you have to weigh the pros and cons. Are you going to continue to try to do exercises that are going to strengthen your arch to have no luck and still have your lateral pelvic tilt and all these other issues going on? Or are you just going to bite the bullet, put this in your shoe, and allow that to support your arch? In the best world, you might want to do both at the same time. While you're strengthening your arch, start using this arch support when it really matters, like during sports and when you're weight training, and otherwise try to use your arch as much as possible, strengthen it, go barefoot places, so on and so forth. I hope that this helped you out. I hope that this was insightful for you. If you did like this video, then go ahead and give me a like down below. I think that's over here. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that red button over here next to GuerrillaZen Fitness, and that will subscribe you to my YouTube channel. And if you want me to see a video, if you want me to make a video on anything that I haven't made a video on, or if you have a question about this video, leave me a comment down below. I try to answer or address you guys in the comment section now. I can't do that for past videos, but when I upload a video fresh, I'll try to be better about responding to you guys within the first couple days of uploading it. Lastly, if you really enjoyed this video and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I have other posture issues going on that I need to work on aside from the lateral pelvic tilt, then you need to get my free ebook, Posture: The Ultimate Life Hack. Basically, what this is a book that contains exercises where I show you how to fix your own posture at home. Okay, it's that simple. I show you a bunch of exercises that address the most common postural problems that people experience. Okay, so it's available for free on my website. All you have to do is click the first link in the comment section down below, or the link for Posture: The Ultimate Life Hack in the description down below. What that will do is it'll take you to my website. As soon as you get there, I'll ask you for your email. When you enter in your email, I will send you a copy of my book, Posture: The Ultimate Life Hack, within 5 minutes. If you are looking for one more spot to get Posture: The Ultimate Life Hack, and you couldn't figure out the link situation down below or something like that, you can click this button. That will take you there as well. And again, if you're looking for another place to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can click this button, and that will help you to do that. If you want to see more videos like this one, click this over here. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time.